This might be a good time to talk about it because every one of us at some point in life will reach for healing. Whether it's healing in our finances, healing in our relationships, or healing in our bodies. But what if I were to tell you that what we think is healing is the greatest myth of all? You see, we've built a lie, a complete myth around the word healing. Healing is usually described as getting whole, overcoming illness, becoming well. But every one of those ing words, overcoming, getting, becoming, they keep you bound to the idea that wholeness is somewhere ahead of you, never here, never now. You're not healing, and you've never needed healing. There's not an external healer that can make you whole. In fact, the only true master physician is the indwelling Christ, or the Christ within you. What you call healing is simply remembrance. You remember that you've always been whole, complete, and perfect. And this remembrance starts a chain of emotional, physiological, psychological, and neurological events where you begin shedding your old self, your old masks, your false self, the self that's been deeply attached to your personality. True healing is not an enamored feeling of joy and positivity and light. It's a collapse. It's a death. It's a burial. The death of all the worldly identities you hide behind. The death of the personalities you built to impress others with. Even the metaphorical story of Jesus' death, the crucifixion, represents this collapse. It is your collapse. The death of the unregenerate man and all of the personal masks that he wears. Death is not a one-time event. You will continue to die as you shed lifetimes of old identities. Changing your path, death. Leaving behind old friends, death. Saying no to who you once were, death. So here's your true medicine. Finish your deaths. Hold a funeral for the parts of you that cannot walk with you any longer. Say your goodbyes and bury them deep. But make this ritual so holy that you don't have a choice but to remember your wholeness. The weight of life is going to get heavy if you continue to drag your old self behind you like dead carcasses. That's not self-care, that's survival. You see, nobody talks about this because it's easier to sell healing in the wellness industry than to teach people to remember who they are, because when they remember who they are, they will have a proper burial of their past self. You don't need another vitamin. What you need is a grave so deep that your ghosts no longer haunt you. And Jesus said, "Follow me and let the dead bury their dead." That's the true metaphysical meaning behind Matthew 8:22 and Luke 9:60. It's a biblical injunction. Dig the grave and lay your old self to rest.